Hello everyone, it is Docs back with more Fire Emblem Heroes as per usual because therein lies my level of originality and today it's going to be a kind of short video. I know I've said short before and they ended up turning into some of my long ones, but I've just kind of got a cool update. I was thinking I was going to do Arena, but then it just hit me how bad I am at talking and playing at the same time, so I'm going to do Training Tower instead, because that would be the smart thing. Actually, have I done my special maps? I have done my special maps. I'm not going to lie, this dude is fucking insane. I can't beat him. But anyway, Training Tower, Training Tower. Have I gotten my... Okay, I haven't. Anyway, going on. Well, that was unexpected. I'm trying to just debate on whether or not I'm going to cut that out or not. I'm not going to cut that out because it's actually relevant. That dude that just popped up in I just realized I should probably turn off my Discord notifications now as well. That's the first time that one has dropped down like that because I've gotten notifications before mid-recording. Getting off topic again, though, that guy recently approached me kind of more so he didn't approach me specifically. It was more like he made a post on Facebook, and well, I kind of happened to respond to it, and so things happened. And I can't get too into detail because he wants to keep most of it a secret for now. But basically what we've got going on is he is in the process of making what is actually just a freaking huge series on YouTube. And that name that you saw, you can even look him up on YouTube. His name is Fire Phoenix King. No spaces in between that or anything like that. And it's a relatively recent thing he seems to have gotten into. But he's been doing machinima animations on YouTube and stuff, and they're actually like much better quality than I expected. I'll admit I didn't have very high hopes, but I went in there and watched his videos, and they were actually pretty good. And I'm actually going to be helping him out with making a machinima video with him, and what the basis is actually going to be is it's going to be based on Fire Emblem. Specifically, we're doing Fire Emblem Warriors. For those of you who know the site, castingcall.com, I actually set up a casting call for some people to volunteer as voice actors, because right now we're really pressed for female voice actors especially. Because we have lots of female characters and stuff who will be appearing, but then the problem is we don't have any female voices presently. It's like we did actually, that's kind of a lie. We have already guaranteed we've got 2 people who are going to be voices, and potentially I'm going to be the narrator, but like, did I mention this? Did I somehow glaze over this? Somehow, like, forget to mention it? I'm going to be in charge of writing, like, all of the scripts and everything like that, and I've got a couple of different big jobs, including, I am the one who's going to be in charge of casting people and stuff, because the reason why he was reaching out is because he said he's not very familiar with the Fire Emblem games at all. Like, he said the only game that he's played all the way through, and then like the other ones that he has played, he's like barely even touched or whatever. The only game he's played through entirely is Fire Emblem Awakening, which I will defend Fire Emblem Awakening to my dying breath. It is a good game. I love it. To this day, it's my favorite Fire Emblem game, but he doesn't know anything about Fire Emblem at all, so he pretty much put me in charge of the scripting and the plot line and everything. So, like, he's the director and everything, so, you know, he's directing me, of course, and, like, what he wants to see in the series and everything. But then, at the end of the day, it's all pretty much up to me to get everything done. And so, like, most likely, because, like, what he does right now is he only does an episode a month, and now that I think about it, I should actually be headed over to his channel after I finish this, because he actually recently updated one of his ongoing series he has right now. I think the one that he said he was going to upload today was... Oh, now it's going to bug me because I can't remember. I think the one that he was uploading today was for his Mario series, and like I said, they're actually much better than I was expecting. And I was like, granted, I had a pretty low bar set because I wasn't expecting anything crazy. As whenever I expect crazy things, I get disappointed. And he's legit. I mean, it's like, he was definitely better than I could have hoped for. And it's like, if he ends up watching this, I'm sorry, Phoenix. I don't mean to be offensive or anything to you here. I'm just a pessimist, because, quite frankly, pessimism is the safe route to go. But, yeah, it's like, it's legit, and I mean, kind of what I'm also saying is, like, if I do have any female fans here, you can either go over to Casting Call, you can, leave a comment, or you can send me a email. My Gmail is xerxes.the.paradox@gmail.com. I don't know if you guys can, like, see that or not, like, just as a part of my channel or whatever. But, yeah, like, if there's any, like, especially, like, we need voices in general, but specifically, our problem is a lack of female voices, so, especially to you ladies, if you are interested in getting in on this action, then, like I said, by all means, like, we're desperate. Like, you might think you have a god-awful voice, but you might be perfect for something. Like, our characters that we're specifically looking for at the moment is, we need a voice actress for Tiki, and I'm talking the young Tiki, so it's got to be like a cute, girly kind of voice. And then we also need a voice actress for Celica. It's like, obviously, we're like basing it, you know, like the modern Celica, not that it makes a big difference there. And we also need a voice actress for Corrin, the female Corrin. Should be implied, I said voice actress, because the female Corrin, like, we're basing this mainly off of Fire Emblem Warriors. Can't remember if I remembered to mention that either, but it's based mainly off of Fire Emblem Warriors, and that's like how he's doing the machinima and stuff. Well, I'm not going to get too into details because he said he wanted to keep it as much of a secret as possible, so I'm going to respect that. But, yeah, it's like it's based mainly on warriors and everything, so in general, like, the cast of characters that we're going to need and want and such is going to, you know, kind of get updated as time goes on and stuff, but, in general, that's what we're looking for at this current time. So, yeah. I said I can't talk in game at the same time. So, like, if any of you are interested, it's like, in general, I'm just hyped up for all of this, because, you know, of course, I know what's going on. I'm the one who's designing most of what's going on here. And just trust me, guys, it's freaking awesome what we're about to do here. And, there was someplace else I was about to go with that. Oh, Drogue just gave me some feathers, but, there was someplace I was going with this. I can't remember now, because that's my level of intelligence. Where was I going with this? It's gonna bug me now. It's like, I'm gonna be up until, like, 3 a.m. just sitting here like, what was I gonna say? This actually happens to me, guys. Like, I'll finish recording and I'll be like, man, there was something I wanted to say in that recording. I can't remember now. Here, I'm gonna get a drink of my tea. Maybe that will help me out a little bit. I've been drinking too much coffee lately, and it's been that nasty-ass instant coffee, no less. Shit tastes like mud. Ooh, that was refreshing. Not actually a big tea fan, but like I said, I've been drinking too much instant coffee, and it's legitimately making me sick. But basically, here's the summary of everything. Oh, did I not get feathers from Drogue? I thought I did. Anyway, back on topic before I get too far off topic. I've got a job. it's not a paying job, sadly, because like I said, he's just starting out. He's a pretty decent-sized YouTuber himself. He's got, like, about 180 subscribers now, I think is what he was at last time I looked. I'm not entirely sure. So, I mean, he's, like, almost, like, or, like, almost, or more than, I'm not good at math, 20 times bigger than I am, which is pretty big. It's not super big, but it's 20 times bigger than I am. And he does get lots of views on his videos. Like, he's only got, like, less than 200 subs, but he's getting, like, 1,000 views per video, which is, you know, pretty epic. And so I'm going to be his lead director for this Fire Emblem series. And I've even been chatting with the other directors and stuff, or like the other script writers, not director. Did I say director? I'm not a director. He's the director. I'm the script writer. I'm the one like laying out the plot. I'm the one putting the meat into everything. He's just giving me direction, and then he's also in charge of the animations and stuff. But yeah, back to summarizing. I'm lead script writer. I'm also in charge of casting voices and everything like that. So like I said once more, if any of you are interested, hit me up. Because, I mean, we're desperate, quite frankly. So, yeah, I think that's actually about it. I'm gonna get into some hero stuff before I sign out, though. I think you guys know that recently Zeljus took over as the leader of Armor Emblem for me in place of Zephiel. Like, I would defend Zephiel with my dying breath against Black Knight. But, well, Zeljus was just too boss to pass up when I summoned him. But, we're in the weapon refinery here. And I don't know if you guys knew this before or not, but it didn't used to be possible to refine Ekisax. Which means I need this shit. This shit right here. It was like, here, I'll pop this up for comparison. The old effect of Ekisax inflicts defense -4 on foes within 2 spaces through their next actions at the start of each turn. The new Ekisax effect inflicts defense -6 on foes, excluding dragons, I don't know why it's them specifically, within 2 spaces at the start of each turn through their next actions. That in itself is ridiculous because regular, like, threaten skills, they only do, like, -5. So, I mean, it's only -6, you know, it's not like anything ridiculous. But, I mean, that's a big drop in defense, especially looking at how tough this guy is. He's got 54 base attack. I mean, okay, I got Fury on him. So, I mean, that alters it slightly. He's got 51 base attack, but I mean, like, when you put Fury on him, and, like, of course, you're probably going to put some kind of skill on him or whatever. Mine specifically is at 54 attack. And so to top it off, whenever you're losing 6 defense, basically you can say that's giving him 60 attack. The other thing, which is insane, is that secondary effect. If unit is attacked by foe using bow, daggers, magic, or staff, unit receives defense resistance +6 during combat. Basically, distant defense 3. Look at that resistance. He's got, not the best, but he has got one of the best resistance stats in the game. I don't have his Sacred Seal on him because I put it on Zeljus. It made a lot of people mad, but I literally just did the same build on Zeljus as I did for Zephiel. But whenever I S-support Zephiel and I've got the Res +3 seal on him, he's already at that base 32 resistance. And then you turn around and you add buffs, and he's my Fortify armor, so that's like not a whole lot, but that's an extra +6. So he's usually sitting at about 38 resistance. Now we've got distant defense 3 on him. That means he's defending, and like obviously he's not going to be able to attack and make a difference when you're attacking against ranged enemies, but that means he's defending at a fucking insane 44 resistance against mages. I mean, that's not too crazy, but I mean, for a knight, I mean, that's a lot. And, like, mages in particular, they've got the... I'm not going to say the lowest. There's some, like, nukers and stuff, but they've typically got the lowest attack in the game. So, I mean, the fact that he can resist that, that is nuts. And then there's other, like, regular stat upgrades you can do. But, I mean, frankly, why would you not put distant defense on him? That literally gives him, like, plus that Sacred Seal right there, you're giving him 3 A skills all in one. And that's the thing that people love to do, is, like, they love to, like, spam and see how many skills of the same type or whatever they can put on one character. I don't really get that whole fetish. I mean, it is cool, granted. But yeah, this is just awesome. The one thing, though, that's probably going to keep me from switching to Zephiel right away is just the simple fact of merges, because, well, Zephiel merges aren't really a thing right now until they bring back his Grand Hero battle. But anyway, that's everything I wanted to say. I forgot to check to see how much storage I had open on my phone while I was recording this, so I'm going to end this right now before I end up wasting this entire video. I thank you guys for watching. I hope to see you guys in the future, not only on my videos, but also on Fire Phoenix King's videos, because I'm going to be taking part in all of those now. So, I mean, that's a great big collaboration I want to see all of you guys getting into. So, for now, thank you guys for watching this, and thank you for any future following that you guys offer.